Hello, good morning, everybody. Well, it's really, really a blessed day today. We've got just an awesome guest, and I'm super excited. Everybody's talking about Iran as they should be, Iran and Israel, what's going on over there. And if you have a pulse today and you know anything about the Bible, then you know this is obviously the region of the world that's the epicenter of the world. And so today we have a man of God who is with a ministry called Iran Alive, who has been ministering into the nation of Iran for how long, sir?
More than 20 years.
More than 20 years into the nation of Iran via satellite. They always say over the heads of the government into the people, and just doing an amazing work reaching people. And sir, you grew up in Iran, is that right?
That's right. Yeah. I born in Iran, and I left Iran when I was 23 years old.
23 years old. So you have a perspective unlike probably most people have heard and have been hearing. So, um, very, very excited to have you on. And so you came to Christ at while you were in Iran, or that was that after you left?
No, I left Iran because of political problem, and the political problem was I was engineer in south of Iran and near Bushehr, where is right now Israel bombing, and we discovered the area which is unusual activity going on under the mountain. So Iranian government doesn't want to have information outside themselves. So my life was in danger. I left Iran and I escaped and flee and I came to England. So in England, I heard the gospel of Jesus Christ. But back home, I was very committed Muslim, and I started going to mosque when I was age 8, memorized Quran, most part of Quran when I was age 13. So yeah, my background was very committed Muslim, but I heard the gospel outside Iran in England. Someone shared the gospel.
So you said you were in. This is a name that we've heard, I think, in the media. That you said Boucher. Is that how you pronounce it?
That's right. Yeah.
So you were there, close to that facility, I guess, close to that
Oh
region.
yeah, I worked there for 2 years.
Wow, wow. So when you're hearing these names on the media, it's for you, this is like home. This is where you grew up.
Yeah, yeah, actually, yeah. The place I grew up is northwest of Iran near Turkey border, but the place I work was south of Iran, where is Bushehr. So for 2 years, I was very familiar with the area and the activities and things like that.
Wow. So can you give us just a brief snapshot of Iran Alive and just kind of exactly what you guys are doing before we get into kind of the prophecy side of things?
Yeah, Iran Live is ministry started at 2001 by our founder, Dr. Hormuz Shariat, and he came to Christ in California, had a PhD in AI. God called him, gave a heart to share the gospel. He started 1 hour TV program and now 24 hour, 7 days a week.
Hmm.
And so reaching millions of people inside Iran, and our satellites goes to Afghanistan, Iran, Tajikistan, Farsi speaking people, and they're saying more than 7 million people they're watching. And definitely, there's not all of them believers. We have many non-believers they're watching because our channel is family. We share gospel clearly, and the plant church inside Iran, in Turkey, and the disciple maker movement. We have a college, and it's called 412 school. Those people they come into Christ. We committed to disciple them, help them, and really help them to grow in the um, knowledge of Jesus Christ, to share the gospel, make a disciple. So our ministry is saying using TV and satellite as a tool, as you mentioned. You know, right now in Iran, internet is cut,
Hmm.
phone is cut, and nobody have access to, but they can use the satellite. So we using this tool as 80% of Iranian families they have satellites. So we use that tool to gather people to have a church because there's no church building inside Iran. And then we train them, teach them, they make disciple. They can plant the house church inside Iran, share the gospel. Then we equipping them and they can go do the work of Christ.
Incredible ministry. I just, you guys are one of my favorites. It's just so amazing.
Thank you.
We were there last week in Pakistan, close to the border, and Iran, Pakistan. And it felt like to me, this is an outsider, and someone who doesn't have much knowledge of it, but it felt like things were opening up. People, at least on the ground, are opening up to the gospel.
Brad, your voice is I don't know, it's for me or for everyone. I think is little bit, I couldn't hear well.
Oh, it's a little
Yeah,
soft.
came back. It came back.
Okay, is that better?
It's done. Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
So I was just saying, we were there last week, close to the border of Iran, and me as kind of an outsider, it felt like the people, at least on the ground, are open and opening up to the gospel. Is that is that kind of, in you guys' experience of
Yes,
recent history, things just seem like the gospel is making inroads like never before, maybe.
yes, Brad, and thank you for your heart for praying and your amazing partner, friend in ministry or with the Run Live studio, and you heard some of the stories. If I put in this way, last 10 years, more Muslims came to Christ compare than beginning of Islam till now.
Hmm.
So in Iran only, time of Shah, when regime change, Iranian regime came, the Shah of Iran, Fili Iran, as 1976 or something like that, we had only 500 believers. So in last 10 to 15 years gap, that 500 believers grow to over 2 million people.
Wow.
So Iran become a fastest growing church in the world according Operation World, which is they given data about the church growth and others. So is church growing rapidly? Jesus Christ appearing to people in dreams and vision.
Mm-hmm.
People they live in Islam in big number because they are tired of the Iranian regime. They are tired of Islam and false promises and things like that. So yes, as you mentioned, there's a massive openness and supernaturally, and also the condition people they are living in. So we are so grateful for American churches, people, and also many other nationalities. They've been praying for Middle East. They've been, asking God for have a mercy to open their eyes, and God doing an incredible way.
Yeah, people need help, and you guys are just meeting that need and meeting the people. So thank you for what you guys are doing. So incredible, and I'm sure that it will only increase from here. And I know you're busy. You've had a busy day, so I'm sure you guys are just, uh,
Yes.
for lack of a better term, just taking advantage of this opportunity uh, to have Iran in the spotlight, like it is. So
Yeah, please pray. Like a few days, Trump and IDF and Netanyahu mentioned they have to evacuate Tehran, capital of
mhm.
Iran. And when we are talking about Tehran, we're talking about more than 20 million people.
Mm.
So it's not just 1 million, it's not 2 million, it's not that 100,000. So innocent people, they are just still trying to go, but also we felt so much responsibility for our Christian brothers and sisters. And there is a lot of, we have to evacuate 55 family, help them to take the like around 400-500 kilometer away for 2-3 months at least, because they lost their job, they children and themselves, they need food, they need some shelter and others. So if anybody hearing that, would be amazing if you we can put the Iran Live website here. If you have a heart for the Christian persecuted believers inside Iran in emergency situation, your prayer is number one, is huge help. But number two, this unprepared situation for us make us little bit the needs for these family. We can help them, and so if anybody have a heart to help, that would be massive help for the Christian persecuted believers inside Iran, middle of the war.
So you've got believers that are basically trying to get out of Tehran right now.
We have, yeah, more than, I mean, I was talking to Dr. Hormuz, said that right now more than 55 family we have to help them.
Wow. Let's see. I'm gonna put that up on the ticker there. Yeah. So go to the website iranalive.org. If you guys can help out in any way, you'll find out more information. You can get in touch with them there. But and I'm sure we'll talk more about that. But just for someone who's watching, like the Western mind, we're thinking about Iran, and we have certain preconceptions and things. Can you just tell us, what are the people on the ground thinking? And you have the government perspective and what they think about Israel and the West, but what are the people on the ground thinking by and large? What's the sentiment on the ground?
Yeah, it's very very hard question because there are mixed feeling, Brad. Many people they are afraid because the war is bad, war is hard, and people they don't know where they are safe and what's the situation they are going through. At the same time, there is excitement in the people's heart about the maybe government would be changed. So some people they are very happy. They are saying, "I we hope the Iranian government would be changed and regime change." And some people they are scared because they say maybe there would be, uh, between Iran and America would be some kind of reconciliation soon.
Mhm.
That would makes Iran already beaten by Israel many places. So that would be economically very hard, but also the regime will remain. So yeah, if I say two kind of feeling from people inside Iran.
What would you say to you've got kind of in the conservative party, and in the base, Trump's base, you've got kind of two people that are one's saying no more foreign wars, no more foreign wars, loud voice, and then you've got one side of people that are saying we can't let the government of Iran have nuclear weapons, and so we have to do something, and we have to stand with Israel, our allies. So you got this kind of split thought. What do you say, and where do you kind of land? What's your perspective on that?
Oh my goodness, definitely the regime change. That is desire of more than 80% of Iranian people and Christian, non-Christian. They are tired of this regime. They want this regime go, and so nobody likes war, but everybody in Iran they want this regime go. So I understand those conservative or groups what they saying, but the problem is not about the war, Iran, America, or something like that. About the regime change.
Hmm.
Are they are agree? The Iranian regime caused a lot of bad thing in Middle East. Are they are agree? They send the millions of dollars to Houthis, to Hamas, and all the proxies to help mess up the Middle East, is attacking Israel and others. So that is clear, and I have no understanding why some people they are disagree with this. So even Iranian people they cry out, "Come and set us free!" People they are telling that to the humanity. They've been protesting many times in inside Iran. So they are asking Western to come and help, and they never been an opportunity like this in the world. Iran becomes so weak because of the proxies and those people is gone, Houthis and Hamas and the groups like that. So yeah, I would say the cry of Iranian people, regime change, no doubt.
So what is the condition right now from the war? Do you have any insight into what what is the physical state of the buildings, the infrastructure? Do you have any reports? That's one thing I'm not really hearing, and I mean I don't know how media would really get that, but I could. Are you seeing reports of destruction, things
Yeah,
happening? Are we?
yeah, there are some pictures. Whenever you're ready, I can show them so your audience can see a little bit. So it doesn't matter when you're ready, you can.
Okay, let's see if we can get this pulled up
Yes,
here.
and but one of the things, yeah, that is one picture. You see, that is the military facility and nuclear place, which is Iranian, the Israel first. part, they start attacking this area.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason, because they were targeting and this nuclear facility and military facility for both reasons, because nuclear facility is dangerous, but the military facility for a war, if that goes to war, which is already ended up, say
Mm-hmm.
they can be some kind of harassment. So these are the map of Iran. You can see where that places is hit,
Mm-hmm.
and from Tehran, which is capital, and some other cities you can see. And the middle one, most dangerous one, is Natanz, and near Isfahan, their city, you can see on the page in middle of Iran.
Mm-hmm.
And the Fordo is the again the one of the most dangerous one, which is Israel. They are asking help for Iran from America, because they couldn't do themselves, because that is on the ground and they need a bigger bomb. So if we go to other picture, and I can show some few. So, and this is what happening in Israel, and Iran is retaliate, and they send them bomb back. And so in Tel Aviv and Haifa, you can see that some building hit so badly, and again they news they don't showing them. And but is we need to pray for Israel as well. I mean, my goodness, they are tiny country. I feel so love for my friend and my beloved Jewish people over there. We need to pray for them. So these are some of the pictures. Again, they don't want to people they feel Israel is under big attack, but the reality is under big attack. It's not is not it's not safe over there. And we can go to next picture. And these are the nuclear facility inside Iran. You can see the some of the area by recognize very clearly. So these are the area. Some of them is inside the mountain. Some of them, unfortunately, Brad, they make these kind of place inside where the population lives. Nobody knew before. Mossad knows, and that's why Iranian sorry, Trump and Mossad and others, they said, please evacuate Tehran, because they figure out they made a lot of these kind of things inside as well, inside the city. But usually these are the in outside. If I say in Dallas, Texas, say like something building in DFW or Dallas area, or we talking about some place between Dallas and Oklahoma, between like they had that kind of place before, but now they figure out a lot of this kind of place in cities. So if we go to next picture, again I can show some of the. So this is the picture of the map of the Middle East, and where Israel start attacking, you can clearly see some of the name. It's very very important name on the map of Iran. Bushehr, the place I said I used to work,
Yeah.
the Isfahan is, which is Natanz is, and Iraq and the Qom. These are the very important nuclear sites. So when Israel tried to attack, there are the route they have to go, which is Turkey didn't allow them, definitely. So Iraq was the one of their place they can attack, and which is Iraq become very angry why they use the air base. I think somehow definitely they have to go through Iraq and Syria, the air base to attack inside Iran. Let's go to next picture. So you can see that Turkey, you can see Iraq, you can see Saudi Arabia, you can see Jordan, and definitely some small
And
countries.
Jordan is cooperating with Israel. Is that right? In
Yes,
some
they
sense.
are. They are. They are. They
Okay.
have no problem with Israel. They helping them. Israel, Syria will help them as well, because Iran and America and Syria, they have a good relationship. And Iraq and Syria, Saudi Arabia not, Turkey not. And so these are some of the things. But reality is, if we see that some of the pictures right now, you see the Natanz. This is one of the most important part of the nuclear place, and Isfahan, Piranha. So all of these are the bombed by, at least some of them been harmed, and or some of them is totally gone inside Iran. So The target was these and places in the beginning, but again, it's gonna be more because Iran and Israel, they are not stopping. So next picture.
As far as you know, it looks like the most of the facilities have been bombed and are at least partly
Yeah.
damaged.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
definitely. So, and these are the some senior Iranian commander, Iran, Israel. They killed them. First night of attack was big. If I say like, my goodness, this was more damaged Iran than the war itself. And a few picture over there. I'm not gonna go because of the time. And let's go for another picture. And but one thing is important to people to know and to pray really for Israel and also for innocent people of Iran is literally is just like 1,000 kilometer between Iran and Israel.
Hmm.
So the road map is just like a between dude. So when they say like they can go, some ballistic, what is whatever is that
Missile.
missile. Yeah. So let's go for another few pictures and let's go for some pictures. You see from Tehran itself, 1,000 miles, and to Tel Aviv again from Iraq. You can see the picture of Saudi Arabia and Kuwait and Qatar, which is nearby Iraq. And these are the one of the things they don't want to big thing happen to southwest of Iran and southeast of Iran, because if anything happen in the nuclear place in Bushehr, when I mentioned to you, that is nearby Kuwait. This is the nearby Saudi Arabia. That is nearby UAE, and that could cause the water be how you say,
Yeah. Contaminated the nuclear
contaminated.
facilities. Yeah.
Oh my goodness! And then that would be huge harm for Kuwait, Qatar, and UAE. That's why one of the things I think Trump trying best to not go to war. Not
Hmm.
many people they don't know, and they think, oh my goodness, Iran regime change. But practically they don't know if they're not able um, to make them surrender. If they go to war, those kind of things hit, and it's gonna, as you mentioned, gonna mess. And so there's no big problem in Turkey area, Afghanistan, Pakistan area. There's no big danger, but the big danger is the Bushehr area,
Hmm.
because Kuwait, UAE, and Qatar is nearby, literally 100 miles away, and that would cause massive distraction.
And these are Doha, and these are like very modernized, opulent cities, right? Areas. I mean,
Oh
Doha is
yeah, oh
beautiful.
yeah, oh yeah, oh
So
my goodness,
yeah,
yes.
this is that could
So
be catastrophic.
yeah, let's go for next one. I like to share this one to give hope. This is the where our founder and Iran live standing. I will set my throne in Elam. Elam is the city providence inside Iran. But this part, look at this. Will God Himself saying in Jeremiah 49:38, I will, God Himself, destroy from there the king and the princes, said the Lord.
Hmm.
So that is the, you saw the pictures of the people they, they eliminated, and others, God Himself. So fulfilling the promise of God. And when we say the set in the throne, which means the people of God will receive Christ, the throne of their heart. So there's all is taking place and right now, and the God is yeah.
So what's the ayatollahs and the leadership? They project like they're still strong, and there's just
Yeah,
they've only done a small percentage of what they're going to do, and they have this kind of real grand things. They keep saying tonight will be the night that will be remembered forever, and they say these things.
yeah.
What's the reality? What do you think? I mean, is the regime barely hanging, or are they still strong? I know they're still launching missiles, but where are they? Do you think?
Yeah, personally, I think that the elimination of those, the high power leaders and others makes them very vulnerable. If there wasn't for those people that assassinated in the first night, that was would be very difficult for Israel. And my fear, if America not act soon, and I would say Russia and Turkey, they will come to help Iran.
Mm.
And it's because they try to negotiate with them, they try to help them, and all of these. And some people say North Korea or another thing like that, but I don't see in the Bible verse. I see it more Russia and this in Ezekiel chapter 38. But definitely God will protect Israel. You say, do they have some kind of crazy weapon and others? Yes. Do they have a power to conquer Israel? No. But do America is playing massive role? My goodness, that is the key. We need to pray American government act soon to remove this Iranian regime, to do whatever they can do, come along with Israel regime. Again, I love my country, I love my people, I love my nation. I'm not talking about anything against my country. I'm talking about the regime change. So
Yeah.
Brad, it's very very hard to answer that question military wise, because Israel is very vulnerable. Small country. Israel is just like a saying, like one small city in compare of whole Iran. So they have so much power. They have so much uh, things they can do against Iran. But the reality also, we need to understand how small this country is, and also reality, we need to know. Say America need to act very quickly. They don't need to be wait to make complex in the regime of the just Russia, Turkey, and others. If you want to do a deal, just do it. Change the regime quickly. Why you are going through 20 days making decision in Congress and others? And I don't understand. Is any congressman they are agree Iranian government? They've been friend for them with them. I don't know why they waiting for what.
I think, the contention is that these people see Trump ran America first. So when there's a foreign war, especially in the Middle East, which has notoriously put a bad taste in the mouth of Americans in Iraq and Afghanistan and these endless wars. And so they're seeing this as another potential for an endless war. We take down one regime and then another one comes that's even worse or the same, like happened in Iraq or Syria or Lebanon. And so I think that's the rationale of these people. So I think Trump is under a ton of pressure, and so we got to pray for
Actually,
him.
I understand, but there's a big difference between I have to go in 5 6 minutes.
I understand. I know you're
And
busy.
so a big difference. The Iranian government want to assassinate Trump. Iranian
Mm.
government, they did empower the Hamas, Houthi, and they did all they empowered Yemen. So already they paying a price for supporting Israel. So when some say, okay, some government change in Iraq is not empowering. They did a little bit thing, or Afghanistan, they doing it themselves. Iran is the head of the snake in there. Is again for those people, they say, oh, Iraq, America doesn't want to involve. They already involved, but
Right.
not in the war. They already given money for Israel. They already given help over there. So I'm not saying they need to pronounce in TV or something like that. But what I'm saying, full support Israel. Even if you don't want to do anything, it's okay. Just say Israel, go with my these. Just finish the job of Iran. So they don't need to involve directly.
I think that's been it well, we could really analyze this, but I think that's been a major issue. You've got one foot in, one foot out. Why not just go all the way, finish the job, and make the
Because
change?
Brad, I want to say this. We are in the nearby end of this. If you have any question, but look, Iran, it's gonna retaliate. Look, before that was just only war. Iran, Israel. I was hearing that for 20 years. I never happened.
Hmm.
Just a few months ago, they had just some show, but this time they destroyed. And so when you say 1 feet in, 1 feet out, it's somehow like you hit some person's eyes and nose and bleeding and others, and they say, okay, let him go. So yeah, if you
Right.
have the last question, I would honor to answer. And I'm so sorry, I have to go for one live meeting. I'm happy to come again,
Yeah, let's do it again.
maybe tomorrow and this evening or after tomorrow, anytime you want to me there. We have a live recording inside Iran right now, and they asked me to come again. It's just very, important time. So yeah,
Yeah.
last question.
Well, we'll monitor we'll monitor everything, and I would love to have you come back on and talk, just more in depth about the church and the prophetic side of things,
Yeah,
and just the information that you have access to that most people don't. So we will let you go for now, and just want to say thank you so much. We love you. We love Iran Alive, and
thank you.
everyone, please go support their mission, and as they're reaching people and helping people, the real people, the church on the ground there in the nation of Iran that need our help and need us to stand with them like never before. So thank you,
Thank you
Pastor.
so
Thank
much.
you, my
Thank you
friends.
for your amazing heart, Good News Nation, and your amazing ministry. Always kingdom hearted. Always want to help, love, support, and kingdom work. And we are so honored to know you as a friend. We are so proud of you. And as I mentioned, anytime any people they have any question, they can send it so we can do this podcast speaking with me, with Lily, and maybe I bring Dr. Hormuz this week, so we can have a several podcasts this week, so we don't need to be have just only one. God bless you.
Yeah, let's do that. Thank you. Please tell everyone there I said hello, the
I
ministry.
will.
Love you guys. Talk
Love
soon.
you too. God
All
bless
right.
you all, everybody. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.
Bye bye. So there's our friends at Iran Alive. We're going to have him back. He was really pressed. As you can imagine, they've got so much going on in their ministry, and just they've got access to information, on the ground, what's happening in Iran and the different cities. Their most, if not all, of their ministry staff and the people, the ministers in their ministry are Persian, are from Iran or in that area, and so I think they even have family there. So it's just they're getting information that you're not hearing in any news source, and a perspective definitely that you're not hearing, because they're Christian Iranians who are actively evangelizing the nation. And so what we believe is going to happen, and what they believe and what we're praying is for the regime change in the nation of Iran. And we read that prophecy in Jeremiah that talked about God is going to set his throne in Elam, and that is the modern day Iran, modern day Persia. And so, and it said that God Himself was going to bring down the princes in the leadership. And so, is that a fulfillment? Is that what we're seeing now? It looks like that's what we're seeing. And when that happens, what we're going to see is a major revival. In Ezekiel 38, when it talks about Gog and Magog, and that major conflict that happens between the armies of the north, which we believe is Russia, coming down through the Black Sea and attacking Israel with what it looks like Turkey and some of the other Islamic nations. That battle that's described there, that's kind of so ominous that we've probably mostly heard about that prophecy. Well, what we believe is going to happen before that is a major revival. And if you study there in Ezekiel 38, it looks like a major revival is going to happen specifically in Persia before that battle can happen. So that's what we're believing, that's what we're seeing, and that's what we're praying for, and wanting, for the people of Iran. And this ministry, Iran Alive, has been like postured and just set for this time. They've got 20 years of groundwork that they've put into evangelizing the nation of Iran. They've got 20 years of discipleship, relationship, and people and infrastructure that they have in place. And if and when this regime falls, the government falls in the nation of Iran, this ministry, along with many others, and even some of the connections that we made in Pakistan, which is right to the east of Iran, border country. If everything happens and this regime falls, then it will be almost overnight. You'll see this nation of Iran come to Christ in an amazing way. It's going to be probably a revival of a nation like few people and like maybe has never happened in history. I really believe that's what we're going to see. And but regardless, the gospel is going to get in, and the people of Iran are going to be evangelizing, going to hear the gospel. And this ministry, Iran Alive, is doing an amazing job with that. So we'll continue to pray. We'll continue to pray for the people of Iran, the people of Israel, of course, and Donald Trump, the United States government. So much pressure right now, from this voice that's saying, no more foreign wars, and then this other voice that's saying we can't leave Israel alone. We can't let Iran have a bomb. And I think maybe both are right. So that's what's difficult about this situation for Trump is he's caught in between two wrong decisions and two right decisions. So I think it looks like he's trying everything he can to not get involved militarily and somehow negotiate peace. But according to our brother Shah that came on, is that possible? He doesn't seem to think that that's possible, and it's like punching the bully in the nose and having them down on the ground, but then not finishing the job. So definitely a decision for Trump, that we need to be praying for the wisdom of God and the guidance of the Lord to bring about this awesome end time revival for the nation of Iran. So you guys keep praying for that. We'll have our brother Shah on again and get some more information as this situation in Israel and Iran unfolds more and more. So love you guys. Bless you. Hope you had some, hope you were informed and got some good info today. And like I said, we'll get him back on again. So God bless. Talk to you soon. Bye. Hey guys, Brad Crawford with Good News Nation. Hey, first off, I want to say thank you to all of our partners, everybody that stood with us these past 5 years since we started. Thank you. It's been incredible. We've gone all around the world. We've preached the gospel. We've planted churches. We've seen amazing things happen with water wells. We've reached thousands of people and planted house churches. It's just been an adventure. So thank you for helping us just fulfill this mission and this mandate. And if it's come into your heart, the Lord's put in your heart to partner with us, you've been blessed by the ministry, whatever the case, just wanted to give you that opportunity and show you how you could do that. And if you just look at the bottom of the screen, you can go to our website, goodnewsnation.org/giving. We have Venmo, Zelle, PayPal. Those are the avenues that you could give. And I want to let you know that your gift, your offering, will be received in faith, and we'll bless it and pray over you in Jesus' name and appreciate it and use it to further the kingdom of God on earth. So thank you for your consideration. God bless you.